For me, this was just kind of an idea that was really inspired by the music. And as I'm writing and as I'm coming up with these lyrics, or we're working on sonics or even piano parts, it's being able to kind of see what that sounds like, if that makes sense. And with Sean Everett, that was someone that he is truly a master at that. I can show him this gown and he knows exactly what it sounds like. And not everybody speaks about music that way because it can be very mathematical, letters and numbers, and he's not that kind of producer. It's really about what do things make you feel and what do they sound like in a vision.
I mean,
Was
everyone did such a incredible, Bob Racine with the
oh
hair and Bradley
yes.
Kenneth with the impeccable styling and choice of
Yes.
clothing, and um, Brendan Malter and Jacob Dix who co-directed, and it was just like so well edited, and like
Truly.
it's like this visual sonic experience. Like I
Truly.
hope everyone goes to see it. It's like it's in the theaters
Yeah.
the 12th for
Yeah.
one night.
June 12th. Yep. Mm-hmm.
One night only. Like so I just hope a lot of people can really experience it in the theater. And it is so cool that like the fans will come too, because
Right.
they add like a whole
A
other
100%.
experience. Like when she like, grabs her body and does something and everyone's like,
Yes.
ah, and then like, like kind of like, yeah, girl, go for it. And then like when like the screen would just show her face and it was like people screamed.
I
Like
know.
it was so interesting that people are screaming. It's like screaming for beauty, like screaming for it was cool to be there, and I was screaming too. Like I was so into it.
Yes.
I was screaming, and Stephen Galloway, who's the choreographer, is like, the way she's moving, like in this like not LA music video kind of way. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like we're not really used to seeing that either.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this other kind of
Janet
movement.
Jackson pleasure principle type of vibe.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not so crazy with the like it's not so regimented, I would say, with the
Mhm.
movement. The movement is
Yeah.
I don't even know how to
Mhm.
describe it. It's something else. It's what Galloway does so well. He kind of like
It really was
there's a lot of
him.
storytelling in it,
Yeah.
and it's pure entertainment at the same time.
Yes. Yes. And I really feel bad for anybody who's not seeing this with the fans. That was something
I know, me
else.
too. I
I
knew some of the
mean,
fans outside that couldn't get in, and I
oh,
wanted to grab them and just be like
yeah,
standing room only, like just everyone needs to get in this theater. It was so palpable. It was like
right?
an event. It was a
Right.
happening. It's so exciting. I've never experienced it. I've seen so many people perform there on stage. It was sort of
Right.
like a
Right.
rock concert meets filmic experience. And I thought too how cool she's going to be getting all these young fans into the theater to understand what seeing a giant film on a giant screen is all about. Like
Right.
there's it's just so powerful, and we're used to seeing like little tiny images like this all the time, and to
Yes.
see her face like huge on a screen, and her the whole thing and the edit and the sound, like, oh god, it was so cool. But I put a mood board together
Of
when we were
course.
thinking of what to do,
Of course.
and the first page of it was all pictures of what we've done
In the past.
together. And
Ah.
then I did inspiration from different eras and different things I like, and kind of we weren't sure how crazy we'd go honestly, up until we started shooting, in terms of beauty. And then we were just like, you look great like this. Like you look great like this. You look great like this. We like it doesn't need. I didn't need 5 inches of lashes or stuff like that. Like there's
Wow.
something so powerful
Right.
about her being. Even this whole week, we did like quite a natural look with
Yeah.
her makeup wise, and it's like I love her like that. I love her natural. I love her with no makeup. Like she is one of the few artists who really has played with that her whole career.
Right, right. The skin is insane in this, and I wondered if that was if is that just her? Is like how did we get this skin?
She works on her skin and
Oh,
she
okay.
she loves her skin and
So
with I'm
good.
so lucky like she really has her products she's been working with for years and years and she goes and gets facials and she like she knows what's coming up so she'll know how to prepare her
Nice.
skin in advance and it's really just her skin like it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
she we have a whole regime we can only use certain products on her skin because she
Mhm.
has sensitive skin and so it's cool it forces me to work in a I can't put everything I can put whatever I want like on her eyes but like I can't just put anything like on her skin itself
Ah,
so it's limiting and that's been great. It's almost like
right.
we have a like a very distinct setup that we
Hmm.
have used ever. I mean, I've been working with her for like, I don't know, 13 years or something. And so it's like we've basically done the same skin for 13 years.
Have you seen some kind of like transformation or evolution, or has it always been like this?
I think the biggest transformation in all of this is that she took full control.
Mm,
And that made all the difference because she was doing what she wanted to do. It
yeah.
wasn't a hired director and a hired producer and a
Yeah.
hired this that like we're like, okay, Miley, we want like everyone has their own interpretation of Miley, which is usually 10 years ago,
Right,
honestly. Like
right.
there people, even my friends, like everyone's sort of caught in this like twerking phase or
Right, right,
something.
right,
Like
right.
they really are. I guess it was so powerful. Like you always think of Marilyn with her skirt blowing up. Like, like
Mm,
something like she has evolved as artists do.
yeah.
And I feel like people aren't really keeping up with what she really is because she is, all those, like a lot of the clothes are inspired from her own collection of clothes, her own collection of vintage, her own love of fashion, her own style. She has incredible style, she has incredible taste. And it's like people don't know in everything she does. Like it's not just her clothing. It's like she acts impeccably, she speaks impeccably,
Yeah.
her creative ethos is so strong and together and she just
Yeah.
kind of moves forward on what she wants to do all inspired by what she wants to do it's not no one's telling her what to do so it's like
Right.
you know the only you know change to me like people keep saying like did she change because of the Grammy I think the Grammy from Flowers proved that Flowers was something she did the same thing for she was like I want to do this video. This is my team. This is how we're going to do this. This is how we're going to roll this out. I'm not doing press. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't feel like doing it. And then she had the number one song, in the universe.
So that
And
was validated. Yeah.
it was
That
validated
decision.
that she like holds her own choice and she takes
Wow.
control and she knows what she's doing. Like,
Wow.
and I see so many of the great, strong women that I work with. Um, constantly up against men
Mm-hmm.
telling them what to do and
Mm-hmm.
thinking that they know better
No
and they
best.
don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's really well said. There's one sequence where she's in the street and it's just like what we all want to do in like the street, when you're
Oh my
just,
God.
she's slamming her body all
You don't
around.
want to do that on Hollywood Boulevard, no. She ended up getting a crazy infection from
Oh,
that night.
Jesus.
No, like really, like a
That's
really
awful.
dangerous, it was bad.
Oh
Like if you
no.
saw that street, I actually it's so funny you say that because I before I woke up this morning, I had a vision of like those like scrubbers, and I was like, why didn't we scrub that part of we could have rented one of those things from
I know
Home
exactly what you're
Depot or
talking
something
about.
and scrub the street. Like, I mean,
Oh no,
you know,
Miley.
we could have scrubbed Arnold Schwarzenegger's star. Like,
Right, right, right.
it was so dirty and so disgusting. There were junkies everywhere. Like there were needles. It
Oh
was hilarious. We
no.
went there kind of renegade at like 2 in the morning and just filmed it because it there was a whole other thing set up that we were gonna do, but it was gonna cost literally a fortune.
I'm sure. With
Like so
permits and shutting things down
she
and
was like, let's do
mm,
this. And we were so scared. And, you know, like I was like, oh, this is going to be pandemonium. And we managed to do it. And she was just so fearless.
fearless.
She really is. She's so fearless and she's so embodied. I'm like, everyone's saying that right now so
Yeah.
much, but like she really embodies what she wants to do. There's no
Mhm.
hesitation, there's no insecurity. So it just like we just move forward, 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 and there's no like stop and start, backtrack. I'm not sure. I don't feel it. Like, you know, like she if she takes a decision, she just moves forward. And it's really inspiring to be around that. Miley is so beautiful, but like the way just the combo of like these crazy Mugler outfits and then like the
Something
crystals and
special
then like
happened.
that
Yeah.
we didn't do too much like we did enough but we didn't I didn't overpower her face with like tons of makeup. Like you can really see her, and I feel like that allows you to really see like an emotional human being there.
Absolutely.
Like you feel the skin and the a human eyeball, not like just like an overtaken eyeball by makeup or a lip that's like, you know, so like we tried to keep things like honestly sometimes I'd put a highlight like
Mhm.
I'd take the tiniest brush and just like kind of go like that and it wasn't like you know like it wasn't
Stripes.
heavy
Yeah.
handed. Like I
Yeah.
tried to pull back and even though I wanted to do more so
Of course.
badly
Of
like
course.
I was like "Ugh." You know I was like hold back James like hold back and so you know it was I don't know there's like a delicacy to the whole
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean,
beauty.
people who haven't seen it, her face is like, I mean, like, it's like, I kept thinking of like, what did the monitor look like? Like, everything that you laid there was perfect. I mean, like, I was stressed out for you seeing it blown up this
I was so stressed
way.
out because
I'm
like also you're on set
sure.
and like the monitors aren't that big like that you're looking
Right.
at and I was just like I needed a magnifying glass like I was you know and plus like most of the scenes had like fans blowing and the
Mm,
we had exploded the first scene there's a set that explodes in Something Beautiful the song
yeah.
and then we're still on that set every day so there was like just all this debris and like those sound stages are so dirty. I mean, are they ever cleaned? Like I was like, has anyone cleaned this? You know, there's a plaque on the soundstage. It's like Citizen Kane was filmed here, and like this silent movie, and I'm like, has it ever been vacuumed? Like I doubt it. They're huge. Like the walls are covered in crap. Like it's just like, you know, of course it's
Yeah.
so amazing to be there, but like
Sure, sure, sure.
like the wind was blowing, and there's just like sort of like dust and debris like blowing on her face the whole time. So I was really terrified, like what it would all look like. And, you know, like just makeup can screw up in a second. Like there's
Yeah,
just so much that happens. And like
absolutely.
you're seeing it for a couple minutes, but like that took sometimes days to film. And,
Of course.
you know, it's like it was nerve
And the
wracking.
matching and the continuity and all of that.
I
Oh
hate
my God.
continuity.
I can imagine. You're like, why
I
can't it?
don't
I just want to change one thing. Nobody will
I
know.
don't. I'm an in the moment kind of makeup artist. So like I have
Mhm.
worked on other films, and it's
Mhm.
just I'm not into continuity.
Wow, 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 wow. My favorite look was this Robert Palmer girl, like
Oh,
the
her. She's
Tell me
I
about
love
it.
her. Oh my God.
I was like,
With the
and
mask.
and here I am with this young audience in the like the little press section, and I'm just like, you guys, I want to just, I'm all by myself, and I just want to be like, no, this is it, you know. It was incredible. I have chills
That
right now thinking
I
about it.
love her. I hope she comes back.
Yes.
She's like I don't know, I feel like she was Miley's shadow character, I guess.
I
And
like that.
so, you know, when we saw the it's a vintage Mugler with like a body stocking that covers
Yes.
most of the face and the neck. This sheer uh hooded piece that covers like everything sort of but the mouth. And then this like shoulder padded like dominatrix kind of
Yep.
suit with a slit up and like a stocking that attaches to a garter and like high heels, and it's very kind of Helmut Newton and very Mugler, very powerful, very sinister.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
wanted to do I just wanted to do something really like dark, and we didn't do a lot of like dark makeup, eye makeup or anything, and we wanted to
Right.
I wanted her to have a lip for something because most of the lips are nude during the thing. So we did like this dark blood red. Like I mixed this like super dark red, and then we did like a black eye shape up until the eyebrows, and then I put silver like right in the center on top of it, so it would reflect underneath the
But
sheer black.
But this look is like what everybody wants to do all the time, and it never works. So like, how did you maintain that balance of like, so it wasn't too much? It was like extraordinary because it can go really
Thank you.
wrong.
I know it really can, and like you know, we did a test of it, and it looked really cool. I'm gonna post some of those because the tests were really
Oh,
cool. But then when we
gorgeous.
did the real thing, we sort of did it suddenly. We were like, okay, let's squeeze in this, you
Okay.
know, part of it that was sort of we were shot in two segments, and I literally were in like a pitch black aircraft studio, like you know, just one of these
Yeah.
like cavernous spaces, and there's like smoke, and it's so crazy, and there's wind blowing and everything, and like I just did it like seriously in her director's chair with someone holding up
Oh,
a phone light.
I love
Like it
this.
was so nuts with her having to like kind of set up the next shot, like she's talking and we're like pulling this whole thing together
Oh
really
my God,
quick.
I
And
have
I was
chills.
like, you know, it was so fast. Like so many times we had to just kind of squeeze something in and work really fast. And it turned out.
Oh my God. So you didn't overthink
um,
it, and like it was had the energy that was in
I
that
just
moment
did
was
it.
on the
Yeah.
screen. Yeah. So cool. And this character is when your cameo is happening. No? No,
Yeah.
am I remembering
Yeah,
it correctly?
she strips it off
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
and then that was cool too because we're like, oh, you know, we had one chance to kind of strip it off. And she, of
yeah.
course, she's
Oh
so
yeah, of
cool because she
course.
just can like do it. And you know, she is going to just do it. And
Yeah.
she knows how to be messy, which is
Yeah.
really, she's not fragile about like,
Freeing.
she's so free. Like
Yeah.
she's just like, come on, like, you know, she's not afraid of any parts of her, any side of her. So it's never like, oh, well, okay, but I can't be shot from here. Like, you know what I mean? She's
Yes.
just like very, very free. And she was really into, you know, it wasn't like, I have to look so pretty in this, you know what I
Right.
mean? Ever. It was more like, let's go for it.
Yes. And that's what you see. That raw energy is
And then
absolutely
she strips it. And
all.
then she becomes like, you know, we're kind of like in this mode where she's backstage and she's getting ready for the next shot. And I was in the script and I was like, I'm sure I'm gonna get cut out of this, but let's just do it anyway. And then Bob, Racine and I, Bob, her hairdresser, and I are getting her ready.
I
Scene. So it's
love
really
it.
it was hilarious. Honestly, it was so funny shooting that. And everyone was just like, James, too you're too much. Like you are too
No.
much. You have to calm it down. And I was like, I'm on camera.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. This
can't
is
calm it
me.
down.
This is me. For the motorcycle footage, that must have been
Oh my God. She's
really
so
wild.
cute. I
Ugh.
love her. It's
Oh.
like, because at one point she was, she was sort of like really doing it like she's driving. And then at one point she just was like, oh, fuck it. And she like gets up and she's like taking off her coat and, she's writing,
Yeah.
look, Ma, no hands. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was really so gorgeous. And, we had tons of wind on that
Yes,
too.
yes, yes. I was gonna
Like the
ask you
hair,
about that.
Bob like managed to get
I
all
was
that hair
wondering.
like, up and flying. And she was she's just so adorable. She worked so hard on this, and it was just, it was so really, it's the best working situation I've ever had.
Of course. Well, but you say that she allows you, but she trusts you implicitly. I mean, she wouldn't trust just any, but she's curated this team,
Yeah,
over.
so she
Yeah, you
trusts
are.
that,
Yeah.
she wants me to go
Yeah.
for it and, have my beauty dreams and, envision her a certain way. But she also has her very strong
Yeah.
identity and how she sees herself, and not like she doesn't sway from that. She has swayed, all over the place in her whole career and been very experimental. And it's just a cool way of working. It's not working from fear. It's working from movement. It's working
Right.
from like moving forward, not from holding back.
And it felt like it was 5 minutes long. Like I did not want it to
Yeah,
end. I
I know. I
wasn't
didn't
like,
want it to
ugh, what's
end.
next?
I
I was
was
like,
like
what's next?
screaming with like
Yes.
laughter and joy, and also, it's the power of the fans too, because
Yeah.
fans see and need, like, there's a need there for her to be what she is. And I think like the fans really give this energy everywhere she goes that's just so extraordinary. And I don't know what she represents to everybody, but she really does represent something strong and something that they need. And in a way, like, maybe right now we all need a little bit of this fierce independence,
Yeah. And zero
fierce
F's. Yeah.
artistries that, yeah, zero F's and just like doing what you want.
Yes. Yes.